CropTalk on Market Journal is supported by Nebraska soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Finally today, the Nebraska Soybean Board is seeking farmer leaders to represent fellow soybean farmers in several districts around the state. During last week's Eastern Nebraska Corn and Soybean Expo, we had the opportunity to catch up with the Nebraska Soybean Board Director Jason Penke to find out what kind of qualifications they're seeking in applicants.
We're going to be talking about a couple of the openings you have to serve as a district director of the Nebraska Soybean Board. But first, tell me, why did you run for this position? Well, I guess now you're the chairman. Why did you get involved in the first place?
Yeah, I guess so. I've been on the board 5 years now. I first got involved in it with just wanting to get a little more information on the soybean board, trying to figure out where your soybeans go after you dump them off at the elevator. You know, it's one of those things where you sell them and you unload the truck and they just kind of go away. And it was, where do they go from there? Had some other people around the area that had been on the soybean board in the past or had talked to them, and they said it was pretty eye-opening. So that's why I first started to run and went on in 2019. So.
Sure, there's been a lot of things you've learned, but maybe what's one thing that's surprised you about the soybean checkoff here in Nebraska through the experiences you've had?
I guess the biggest thing that has surprised me on the checkoff is how much goes into, I wouldn't call it the background, but how much goes into the whole industry as a whole, and what all the different uses that are coming through with soybeans, the different research that the university has done, the uses on that we're finding out with crush and new livestock uses, that it's just really cool how the industry is growing and taking off.
So talk a little bit about the board. What kind of involvement is there? How many district directors do you have? What do the meetings look like?
Okay, so with our board we have 8 districts and then 1 at large. So there's 9 board members, generally 5 meetings a year that we meet. We kind of go around the state, meet at a few different places. We'll have some industry people come in and talk to us also, and then we will go around and we will look at the different research projects, the different promotional projects that get brought up to us, and try to see how we can best utilize the checkoff dollars to promote soybeans the best for our Nebraska farmers.
So you have 3 positions open. You're looking for farmer leaders to step up and run for one of those positions. What's that process look like?
Yeah, so the process is there's just a few different things that to meet the criteria. You have to be at least 21 years old. You have to be 21 years old. You have to be a farmer in Nebraska in the district area, and then have grown soybeans for the last 5 years at least. And then there's a process where you would go get 20 signatures to get your name put on the ballot of other farmers that are in your area. After that, you do that by, I think, April 15th is when they have to be turned in by, and then the vote will go out to your district and you'd be put on the ballot, and then if voted on, you become, in October of this year would be the term starting.
Okay. So. I'm sure there's leadership experience would be helpful to serve in this position, but there's not any prerequisites beyond that. Any farmer leader in those districts can step up, go get the 20 signatures, right?
Absolutely. I mean, everybody has a fit somewhere. Some people like to go and look more into research. Some people are more into domestic uses. Some people are more into the educational side. So we have different committees that we go on, and you find where you fit, and inside of that is where we kind of channel whoever has the best thoughts. That's the way they go, and it's amazing what you can see out of some people. When you find something that drives them, they really run with it. So.
Kind of pick up a passion project of sorts, which is pretty neat.
Yeah.
Also, from the perspective of the Nebraska Soybean Board, I understand you're looking for a candidate or a couple of candidates to run for the United Soybean Board. Talk about that.
Yeah, so the United Soybean Board is the other half of the checkoff. So half of our Nebraska dollars stay in Nebraska, half go to the United Board. So every year there's always a position that comes up for Nebraska. This year, we're looking for people to run for the United Soybean Board, to be on that 70-plus member board, and you would represent Nebraska the Nebraska farmers on that side. We generally have a few candidates that would come and interview for it. So if somebody's interested in doing that too, they turn their name in, and then I think you have to be turned in by March 15th. You come in, and then we do an interview process and select our top candidates and turn them into the Secretary of Ag. So
Whether you're serving at the national level or here at the state level on the Nebraska Soybean Board, has to be some camaraderie developed among you and your board members, right?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we're kind of spread out around the state, but there's not a week that goes by where I don't talk to a board member, staff member, somebody, or see people at like this meeting at the Soybean Expo, or see them at different farm shows where you just make new friends and new connections all over. So
There's snow behind us, so not a lot of people getting excited about planting season just yet, but what are you most excited about for 2024?
2024, the snow hasn't been fun recently, but I'm excited to have some moisture hopefully coming back into the soil. It's been a struggle the last couple of years. There's places that are worse off than Burt County where I'm at, but boy, it sure would be nice to see some pastures green up, see some subsoil moisture, and just start off on the right track here going into planting in 24.
I agree, 100%. Jason, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you.